Hey everyone, and today we've got some brand new news and teasers from Bioware themselves regarding the next Mass Effect game, being whether it's Mass Effect 4 or 5, so let's get right into it.
Lockhart QT.
Some of you may know who Micheal Gamble is. He's the project director / executive producer at Bioware who is leading their team to actually develop and build the next Mass Effect game for EA and Bioware. And I'm not gonna lie, we've got some really juicy teasers from Mike Gamble on Twitter, so let's get straight into it. So right off the bat, Micheal tweets out on the 16th of August in response to Shinobi602, who, if you don't know, he's a previous gaming insider who used to leak news and speculation and just comment on gaming in general back on the Switch, back when it was known as the NX, it wasn't even known as the Nintendo Switch, and other gaming news. Anyway, he tweeted out the following: "I still watch this at least once a week. As someone who's been following this world for nearly 20 years, it holds the most unique space in my heart. The tears were real, lol. My hype never dies, baby." To which I completely agree with Shinobi here. I myself still watch this trailer more than once a week, and in my opinion this is one of the best teaser trailers for a series, like for initial gaming, in the whole of gaming in my opinion, and it's one of the best trailers for Mass Effect as a series. But where does Bioware news and teasers come into this, you ask? Well, Micheal Gamble responded to this tweet from Shinobi saying the following: "Will do right by you." Now, Mike Gamble is actually known for tweeting out random things teasing the next Mass Effect game in the past 2 years, but he also responded to another tweet in the same thread which gets even juicier. He then responded to another user asking Mike Gamble which ship from the Mass Effect series he thought was his favourite. Mike then responded to this by saying the following: "Something you haven't seen yet." And I'm not gonna lie, this puts a massive grin on my face and gets me really excited. Even though I know personally we're not going to get any news from Bioware regarding the next Mass Effect game anytime soon, and what I mean by that is, actual gameplay, a teaser trailer, a title reveal. I don't think we're going to get that for a while yet, as obviously Bioware are still working on Dragon Age. But since he's speaking about ships and his favourite ship is one we haven't seen yet, I wonder if the ship that he's referring to is perhaps the ship from the N7 poster all the way back from 2021. Many in the Mass Effect community, and as well as myself, are actually currently speculating that this is indeed the sort of main squad ship or social space, like the Normandy and the Tempest before it. But I guess we'll have to wait and see, because at the minute all we know is what the ship looks like. We don't have a definitive name for it yet, and we don't even know if this is the main sort of cruise ship. Again, we're going to have to wait and see. But lastly, we have one more reply from good old Mike from another fan. So another user actually replied with the following: "There's been a question burning in a hole in my heart ever since this trailer dropped. Everyone asked, why is Liara there? Why is she uncovering an N7 insignia? Who are the crew in the distance, and what alien races are they, etc. But what I want to know, is Liara happy all these years later?" Which are all valid questions. Firstly, I've got videos covering many of these topics on the channel, so go ahead and check those out if you want. I've actually got a playlist with every single video that I've done regarding the next Mass Effect game on my channel, so if you guys want to view that, check it out for yourself. But then Mike responded to this tweet saying, "Happy? I mean, depends." This was mainly in response to the last part of the question from the user, which was, is Liara happy all these years later? Now, there's a lot to unpack here. This is purely my take on what I think he means here, but Mass Effect has always been about choice. In Mass Effect 1, do you choose to release the Rachni Queen? In Mass Effect 2, do you choose to side with Cerberus and hand over the Reaper base and the Collector base? In Mass Effect 3, do you choose to end the Genophage? Again, all of these choices massively impact the Mass Effect universe in some way, shape or form, and Liara's happiness is also being affected directly by these choices made by the player character Shepard. So what if in the next Mass Effect game all of our choices from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 3 are carried across in some way, shape or form? I don't know how they do this. I don't know if they'd go through the Legendary Edition save data, or if they do like a sort of prequel comic where you get to actually choose the choices that you made in the past games. For example, Liara's happiness would be directly impacted by the potential loss of Shepard at the ending of Mass Effect 3. Also, depending on romance, how that plays out. Personal choices made with Liara throughout the trilogy, such as the arc that she goes through in Mass Effect 2 with being the Shadow Broker, and the overall ending of Mass Effect 3. What I mean by this is, for example, would Liara be happy with the state of the universe depending on Shepard's choices made at the very end of Mass Effect 3? For example, how would she react to the destruction of the Reapers and obviously the loss of EDI and all the Geth and etc.? How would she react to synthesis, control, refusal? Again, we'll have to wait and see, but I think this is what he's referring to here, because we've heard loads of teasers that this game isn't a prequel, it's at least taking place in the future, but again, we don't know if it's taking place during, very shortly after the original trilogy or during Andromeda's timeline. Again, we're going to have to wait and see. Now, this is technically a developing story as it goes along, because it seems as though he is replying to people on Twitter, also known as X, weirdly, so yeah. So if there is any more news or cryptic tweets from Micheal, I'll be right on top of it on the channel, so don't worry about that. And for more Mass Effect news and information, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I've got loads of content coming in the future regarding the next Mass Effect game. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.